but I think if you're not like out there pushing your band these days, I mean, it's so hard to compete with so many other bands.
Yeah, totally. And not just bands, right? You're like competing with Netflix and cat videos.
Oh, yeah.
So what I usually do is I start off with some stupid questions that aren't really related, just for fun.
Okay, cool.
Nimrod or Insomniac? Which Green Day album is better?
I say Insomniac is definitely my favorite Green Day record, and that's definitely I take that over Nimrod.
I go with Nimrod. I think there's 19 songs on that album, and it's fucking killer the whole way through.
In Utero or Nevermind by Nirvana?
I'm gonna say my favorite's always been In Utero.
16 Stone or Razorblade Suitcase by Bush?
I've never listened to Bush.
What's the one that has fucking?
What the fuck?
I don't know. They always seem like a Nirvana light, so I wasn't really too into it.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're a bit of a jock band. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what about shift gears? Get out of this poser stuff. What's who's a better band overall? Replacements or Husker Du?
Replacements by far. Yeah, I don't know. There's like 15 replacement songs that I've been listening to an insane amount the last year, and I just have not grown tired of any of them.
To shake your teeth, red is so quiet. Rip through my head and open wide. Found my way outside of the grip of you and I. You tell me.
So you guys are brothers and you tour together. So is that like a really good setup since you know each other so well, or is it more like right back to childhood fighting over a Nintendo controller?
I don't know. We really didn't fight too much as kids. I think we'll get annoyed with each other sometimes, and then we'll like say something about it. It's not like as though there's like this unspoken thing. So I think that's a good thing for our own relationship.
You have these like huge choruses that sound like they could be giant hits in 1994, back when this kind of music could crack the charts. So songs like Fade, Bleach, Teeth, the examples. So is the process, do you guys like write 100 songs and then whittle it down to massive hits, or is it more like you build up from a riff? How does it work?
It's funny because we're starting to work on a new record right now, and that's more or less like, okay, here's 50, 60 songs. Let's go through them and work on all of them and figure out what comes out best. But for Bliss, it was more like, oh, here's a song on the spot. Let's do this. Like, we wrote Fade, and seriously, like, Tristan had this idea. We kicked it out, man. We jammed it, no shit, twice, recorded it, demoed it, just the second time through, and that's how we kept it the whole time.
So do you think there's a chance that 90s alternative will come back and kill modern pop music like it did in the early 90s?
I think something that's really cool was like watching White Reaper on like Jimmy Kimmel like a couple weeks back. Just like, wow, like, I mean, not only are they a fucking rad band, it's just like, it's cool to watch like guitar music just be on like live TV and people are like, I don't think it's impossible. I think it's, I think it is coming back.
You had a vinyl mix up with Kendrick Lamar's album, where half of his record had your record on it. And so is that a good strategy for punk bands in 2020 to like just, figure out where Beyonce's pressing her album and just as a lottery ticket, get your album pressed there and hopefully get a huge boost?
It's just, I think it's really cool that it was kind of funny how certain outlets and everything like really took a hold of that and wanted to promote that. I don't know. It's funny, man.
I mean, like, especially at like our level too. It's like whatever puts our name in people's faces. It's like obviously there's limitations to that, but I mean, it's not a bad thing to have your face on. And you know, how
Totally.
many thousands of people see that, you know?
Any Kendrick Lamar fans come up to you guys and they're like, "This is how I found out about you." Nice.
But not really. I mean, people are in all kinds of shit, yeah.
Totally. Thank you both so much for your time coming and chatting.
Of course, man.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having us,
thanks.
man.
Sorry it's so frustrating to try to connect with us. I got to figure out this phone thing, this whole Skype thing. It's crazy.
Yeah.